In one of the most famous science fiction stories about the planet Earth, we see that the Jules Verne's visualize that the center of the Earth is connecting the volcanoes. For example, you could go down somewhere in the Iceland and end up coming at the surface somewhere in Sicily or near it in the Stromboli. So, even in that concept, when you see ichthyosaur fossils on the rock, that means dinosaurs actually live under the ground among the rocks. A very simplistic view. In our modern time, we know that inside of the earth is made of the hot material, which causes the continents, or as we call them now, plates of the earth, to collide or separate from each other. Through the convection that it creates, heat rises, creeps the hard solid rocks, and makes them rise, and the rising of the material create cracks at the surface. These cracks, as we know them, are due to the convection cells originating from the Earth core, and have divided our planet into many plates. These plates are the centers of the many earthquakes, which we know one of them is under the Iceland, where the earth material rising creates cracks and the magma melts and creates volcanism in these areas. And we have a lot of volcanic systems in that part of the world, and all across the world where we have this kind of so-called mid-oceanic ridges. In Iceland, the thinning of the crust created by these convection cells, like a zipper, opens the ground, where the movement of the ground creates earthquakes and the volcanic systems, which are facilitating the rise of the magma and eruptions in this volcanic system, which are marked on by the blue, move from the south to the north, from the Reykjanes Peninsula to the Krefla and Sandik to the north. When we have the last time something like that in the north, we call it Krefla fires, 1975 to 1984. 39 years later, the new phase of the eruption started in the south, and that is 2021 Fagradalsfjall. Now we are in the middle of it probably, or with the beginning of it. Svartsengi volcanic system has erupted 5 times since then. So we don't know how long it takes from the south that the volcanism rise to the north. We know that it needs magma, a source of magma, be available. At the same time, mechanical properties of the lithosphere affects how easy that can erupt. Most of these eruptions have happened in the Eurasian part of the plate boundary, where the thinning of the crust creates a lot of cracks, and these cracks we call the fault lines, and through those ones magma rises and creates these volcanoes. How long it takes, we don't know. Will it happen for decades or centuries? We don't know. This is a fascinating time to study these things, and a great time to be a student in geology and learning about such things. Many PhDs can be done about just studying this phenomenon, how long it takes from the migration of the volcanism from south to the north in Iceland.